This is RealTV.
Hey everyone. Last month when I was just about to go to bed with no video ideas left, one word popped into my head. Plastic. I need to pollute the earth with more plastic. I need to buy more plastic garbage. I dusted off the old Temu. I bought like $800 worth of crap that I found interesting. And then I went to bed. It's been sitting in my room for a month now, and we're just gonna see what I got. Okay, it's like a taser. Soundwave technology dog repellents. Anti-barking device. 100% safe for dogs and human. They're using this on the kids? Their child's like crying and she's just like, all right, he's done.
You're gonna have the ultrasonic frequency as well as the flash mode. And still having that beep as well.
That's not safe. How do I make him bark? Can you press the doorbell?
Yeah.
Do it again. Okay, how do you make him bark? Wait, go upstairs and knock on the door. Okay, they're not barking. How do you make them bark? My dogs are too good. I'm just gonna use it myself. Why did I react that way? Oh! This is the next item. I'm saving this one for last, okay? This is the big guy. So I actually bought a purse off Temu. Just kidding. It's a full body massage pad.
10-zone wave vibration kneading massage, pillow foot cat massage, back hot compressor.
This looks really nice. Hold on, what is it? What is this 3D model foot? Plug her in. It just sounds like a bunch of gears turning, dude. This is the loudest machine I've ever used. My neck hurts right now, not even comfortable. Why are all my videos the same? Like, how many massagers have I bought? Almond 7 drink. Oh, this is gonna be tasty. Almond 7. I'm gonna use almond milk. It's gonna be so concentrated. Let me just scoop this in here. I don't know, I'm gonna put 3 spoonfuls in here. Actually, 4 spoonfuls. 4 spoonfuls. Why does it kind of taste like lotion? I don't even like that. What goes through my mind when I'm ordering packages for a video? I'm like, oh, this looks good. Oh yeah, let me buy an ear cleaner. Electric earwax removal system. No way, that's a Father's Day gift. Are they? What is this? It filters out the mucus? Oh, I'm just so happy about my mucus falling out of my brain. That just hit my monitor. My monitor is a good 7 feet away from me. That's going in my ear. There's no way that's going in. That's not. I'm gonna lose my hearing. Okay, that's not the ear thing. I'm never doing that again. That's terrible. Oh my goodness, dude. Oh, I'm done. I'm done. It might be placebo, but I feel like I can hear slightly better. Like, it feels more clear. Car food holder. I bought one of these at Five Below in my other video and it didn't work. Eat and drink as you like, not dirty the car. So this is supposed to work. Can I do a quarter pounder and then an iced tea? I'll do a handful of fries. A handful? Or... There you go, bro. Thank you. You too. We'll start off light. A little handful of fries. Why does they have to make this thing so tall? Cause I'm like, oh, let me get some food. Okay. So what did the picture look like? So maybe just like this. I think I'm about to do that. Okay, that was actually on the left a little bit more. Here we go. You know that's not working. Oh, it's so close. There we go. There we go. That's like perfect. Recommend driving on flat roads for use. So this is a pretty flat road. I'm thoroughly impressed. All right, let's go. It seems like the quality of items I'm opening right now is going on a downhill amount of quality. It looks like I bought a whole bath set of this hairy guy. Great gift for dad. Your dad was like, yeah, this is freaking sick. So, hello?
Hey, I saw my job application.
No, Mom. So right in front of me is the shower curtain. I think it looks pretty good. Obviously on my feet, you have it on my feet. And then obviously on the toilet. So, why did I get so many? Yolk pie. I accidentally got 10. Is there just egg? There's just egg yolk in that. That's pretty good. It's like a Twinkie if it was Chinese. Not bad, actually. Okay. Nice. I'm not even gonna read the description on this. I'm not 5 years old, okay? What am I doing? Hello? Hello? What is the job button?
Job application. Job application.
Oh shoot. Metal finding detector, remote search underground metal device for silver, copper, diamond, gold. This was 85 bucks. Okay. Is that gold? Well, look at the... My brother's calling me. Hello?
Mom told me you want to buy a boat.
Yeah. This metal detector is awesome. Found a few gold nuggets. Like actually, is this real? I mean, it looks interesting. It's supposed to spin like that? No one can stop me. No one can stop me. I'm scanning everything. I'm scanning the whole earth. I'm gonna press the gold button. I should be finding gold now. That's just poop right there. That's not gold. So far, no gold. It's been like 3 seconds. Is this how I do it? Do I like just scan like this? It's not detecting any gold. Is there gold in my camera? There's actually gold in my camera. I just don't know, guys. There's nothing here. It's time to open the big guy. I'm gonna open the big guy. I've opened a lot of items this video and they all kind of sucked. I'm not gonna use the ear cleaner again. I'm not gonna drink Almond 7. The massage pad just hurt. It didn't really massage me. But I'm actually excited for this one, so. Oh my goodness. You know what this is? Yeah, it's a bike, dirt bike. You can literally buy a dirt bike on Temu, okay? And it goes 154 miles an hour? Or no, what, 20 miles an hour, okay. Sorry guys. Great bike, but really small for 6'1" people. All right. Fart. Am I doing something wrong? What am I doing, dude? Oh. It's not working. So the engine's smoking. I'm going! I'm going! No! Let me tell you why the video is so short, okay? I bought so many items that I just don't want to put in the video. I'm gonna skip this one. I'm just gonna show everything at once. Boom. Okay. Done. That's all you get. Okay? That's all you get. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and hope you like and subscribe.
Toyota Yaris sedan. All of Toyota's big ideas in one small car.
Germs. It's kill or be killed in the great warfare in your home. Of all the places in your home, your carpet is the battleground where the fighting is the nastiest. That's where I come in. Mr. Spot. Ordinary cleaners leave stains, dirt, germs, and life behind. I don't. I kill everything. I clean and disinfect the toughest stains and kill 99.9% of germs and living tissue. I can cleanse a crime scene or strip a baby to the bone in less than an hour. Mr. Spot destroys away wine stains. Dead. Mud. Dead. Cat vomit, dead, including the cat. Moon blood, whatever it is, it's dead. Coffee, bye-bye, you're dead. Dead cheerleader, you're still dead. And ink stains, dead, dead, dead. Your teenager is shooting DNA on every surface of the house. Mr. Spot cleans it away. If you want, it'll even clean him away. Mr. Spot, a squirt is all you need, then boom, nothing lives on.
This is RealTV.
When you call customer support and a clanker picks up. I hate clankers! I can't believe I've lived far enough into the future to learn the first slur for robots. This guy has been buying and returning 110-pound anvils on Amazon for 8 months now. What the hell is he planning? I work in an operating room and we had a face painter come into work. This is what patients see as they're coming out of anesthetic. Who wore it better, my dad or Taylor Swift? The dad kind of slayed. Saw a hungry dog today, so I gave it a Twix bar. Watched my neighbor trip and spill her groceries today. Normalized taking photos like a divorced dad. Guess who just became a homeowner? I love how this is so unintentionally Minecraft coded. How I'm going to describe the virus to my kids, knowing damn well I played video games for 2 years. I set up a sim to have my exact life, and he spends all of his time crying. The other sims keep trying to help him, and he's like, no, I'm good. This has to be lethal to a child's body. What is that? Females can't help but display their sexuality, even when it limits their range of motion in public safety jobs. Is she supposed to leave her body at home? Wear her go-to-work body? The crushing weight of 2 manageable tasks. To be honest, the crushing weight of 1 manageable task. The crushing weight of no tasks, but feeling like there should be a task. Hey man, maybe instead of rage baiting, you can spend your time friend maxing and smile maxing. It's a cool new trend where you make people smile and feel good instead of hurting them for literally no reason. Nah, most women don't pick wrong. They pick someone who looked safe until he wasn't, so they picked wrong. Can I turn in a paper without citing all sources? No. This was in the library at my college. Screw my beverageless drink cell life. People don't say I'm thirsty anymore. They say this. I love Chinese sellers. Looks great. I would buy this. This is a cool shirt. A Russian petrol pump offered free fuel to anyone wearing a bikini, but things took an unexpected turn. Outstanding move, a mankini. Construction sites are so shy. Let me see. I think they're afraid of receiving constructive criticism. Motorola revealed a bendable phone that can be worn on your wrist. Perfect for when I need to bend my phone around my wrist. I'm not wearing my phone as a watch. Men really live like this and see no problem. You've got to pick a less appealing image to make your point because this is raw as hell. This would taste so much better if I had spent the day swimming instead of working. This is humiliating. Why do we say as snug as a bug? What is snug about that bug? He is in a rug? I forgot he got into the rug. I do not have PTSD. That is all just the wizard's curse. The wizard is my father, but that is not relevant. What if water didn't have surface tension, and whenever you spilled some, the whole floor of your entire apartment was covered in a 2 micrometer deep puddle? You taught me to count blessings I didn't know were mine. The masculine urge to slowly bleed out here as I give my rookie partner the evidence to crack open the case. Finish it, go on without me. Build a monument together in VR chat. Not now, kitten. Daddy needs to indulge in his hubris and build a tower to spite God. Why being a werewolf just sounds awful. No immortality, no magic powers, just a hairy beast that breeds. Need a husband like that. What's your problem? If you need a giggle, these are my caps lock and escape keys. Backspace that says, back the hell up. It's that easy. The TSA guy said my toothpaste was too big and took it, and I nodded solemnly and said, the world's a safer place now. And he laughed and gave it back. When the dream dream so real. I hit this pose before getting ready to start my morning. No one speaks about the resentment you have towards yourself after you didn't listen to your gut, because I literally knew better. I will not let anyone tell me what to do. That includes you, gut. I hate the neck creature. What the? I've never seen this before. It's so funny because the only reason the males of this species look like this is because the girl weevils thought it was hot. So they think long necks are hot. They're attracted to long necks. Okay. I'm a dentist and I graduated with 68 other ones. I've met even more in 13 years as a dentist. None of us have been asked anything about our opinions on toothpaste. My dad greeted another dad by saying, "Hey, tough guy." And the other dad replied by saying, "They let you in here?" He has greeted a total of 3 men with, "Hey, tough guy," so far. There was a guy in my row at my Superman screening who brought his literal baby, but it didn't cry, and when the movie was over, he said to my brother and me, "I bet y'all thought he was gonna cry." He's a critic. I love how this guy has managed to become a big meme, twice in 2 completely different eras of the internet. Mixed United Kingdom and Ireland, and created this new country called United Ireland. Guys, don't take this seriously. I've never seen so much madness in the replies. Mammals have evolved into anteaters 12 times since the dinosaur age. Suck it, crabs. The future is anteater. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid cast was one of the most perfect castings of all time. Every time I see this image, I just think of the Afton family. Some people still don't realize that every VTuber is dating or married. That is true, except for the one I watch who is going to start dating me any day now. Imagine dating someone who has to wait for payday. She said, imagine dating someone who is employed. When you're dropping the fakest story known to mankind, and bro says, "I was there," on some China stuff you wouldn't even understand. Fireworks will have some insane box art like this, only to explode for 3 seconds and cost $70. Babe, I'm home. You're not real. No, Michael, that is not the mentally healthy answer. If you were Satan, who would you reserve a special place in hell for? Puppies. It would have climate control, toys, interesting smells. No punishment involved. I just don't want an eternity with no dogs. Sun-drying tomatoes at the foot of Mount Etna in Sicily. Just remember, not a single European, much less any Italian, had eaten a tomato until the 16th century. Why is that? So you're gonna tell me this but not tell me why? I don't like you. I want a girlfriend so hot that people walking down the street know that I'm funny. She's gotta be so bad. People must think I must be emotionally intelligent and in therapy. Optimal packing of 17 squares. Suboptimal packing of 17 squares. Me and the homie riding home in silence after turning into rats because we made fun of a wizard in the parking lot. I just took the best photo in human history. Shrek? Who did it better? Cable Management Edition. When you want to play your video games but don't have the energy for it. It's like, who wants to be my proxy that does the gameplay while I watch and make every decision in the game from the comfort of my bed? Dialogue option 1. Yes, my lord. When you meet a 10 out of 10, but you're not where you want to be in life. Men thinking they have to have a perfect life in order to have a girlfriend is a mask for our inability to exist in vulnerability. Why is everything 10 times better at night? Driving, showering, eating, vibing to music, watching shows, phone calls, like everything? The night feels like the universe's way of saying, chill bro, you survived the day. You're just more relaxed. How am I supposed to see this and want an American woman? Well, that's the good thing about choice. You don't need an American woman. You're attracted to what you're attracted to. Me getting kicked out because I yelled, yippee, when he took his clothes off. Kicked out? Hell no! Come back again. Now that peak is localized, I can share that playing in French used to instantly crash my game. No joke, it was because of this code. Current language, French, Frenchify. Men are so unserious. My brother's friend had an allergic reaction all over his skin, so they are now calling him Rashford. When ring lights and filters can't hide your aging, rely on YouTube thumbnail editing to do the job. I love making the silliest stuff. When an impatient driver overtakes you, only to get stuck at the same light. Possibly the best thing I've done on Gartic Phone. Zelda reads Link's death note. Yeah, hop. Writer's block got me like that one picture of Hunter S. Thompson shooting his typewriter. It's insane that you can get a 55-inch TV for like $250. I remember when we got a 36-inch tube TV for the living room growing up, and my dad treated it like buying a car. He took like an hour talking to the salesman. Yeah, TVs were very expensive back then. Women will literally start a global witch hunt against flirting, successfully destroy it, forget, then start a new movement complaining that no one is hitting on them. Texting a girl how many steps you took today could be the play. 22,000. Big day. All I want is to be enough for you. Steps is a big factor in this. If you design a quest where I need to follow an NPC and they move slower than my running speed but faster than my walking speed, you're banned from making video games for 1 year. I just found out this fascinating emoji on a royalty-free stock website and thought I would share it with the class. Hey, sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm listening to my cat's breath while he sleeps and my heart is filling up with love. People who don't reply until days later. Why? It's a relatively very new phenomenon that basically anyone in your life gets access to you at all times. It was only 20 years ago that if you left your house for the day, you were actually gone. You would return messages when you came back hours or even days later. Basically, I prefer this sometimes. Sometimes you forget, and sometimes you're ignoring that person. Autism didn't exist back in my day. Now get out, you know it's my train time. Congrats on working 40 hours. You are now free to disassociate for 2 days. Rats can make friends with robot rats and will rescue them when stuck. I have a question. The only question that matters. Would you risk your life for your fellow rat? Even if that rat is a synth? I'm a cockroach hiding under God's fridge, and brother, he's got a shoe. I was applying for homeowners insurance today, and they asked if I had any pets, to which I said, yes, 2 cats. And then they asked me, have they been trained to attack or cause bodily harm? And I wanted to know if anyone had been able to do this because I'll hire you. You want an attack cat. You ever feel like you're not even a main character in your own life? It's just filler episodes for character backstory. Don't worry, it's still your show. Ha 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 ha. Someone parked their Cybertruck at the coffee shop and every single person who comes in is talking about how dumb it looks. And the guy is sitting there fuming. This is the best morning ever. Squidhood is a spectrum. Are the depths below abysmal, mirrored in the skies? Blah, 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 blah. My sister got a new kitten and it immediately decided to loaf on a watermelon and bless us with this picture. When we finally decode the first ever alien response to humanity, and all it says is, keep quiet or they'll find you too. The hardest thing about chess is the other guy is always doing something. I still can't comprehend how some random cosplayer can do this with a budget of $100, but a whole team of designers being paid millions still make the ugliest stuff. When me and my boyfriend make meals, we have a tradition of sending each other unappetizing off-center photographs of them in poor lighting. We call this Wikipedia food. They probably shouldn't have paid me $950k to animate this if they were low on cash. Oh, they were talking about Lebanese pounds. I'm a dentist and I've graduated with 68 other ones. I've met even more in 13 years as a dentist. None of us have been asked anything about our opinions on toothpastes. The European mind cannot comprehend this. I screwed up so bad. Sorry I haven't been replying. I lost my aunt last night. You lost your aunt? Did you find her? Brittany? No. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. How to become a goddamn magician. Own a tablet pen. Put it down for 10 seconds. Abracadabra, where the hell did it go? It would be cool if, after you died, you could see the top 5 times you almost died. An actual flower that looks like icing. I'm enthralled. These would go so hard in a bakery shop window. When you're cracking with the meta glasses and you accidentally FaceTime your dad, but he starts giving elite comms. You got home safe? Yes. You're ugly in person. Don't ever come over here again. Be me. 1 a.m. Get thirsty. Get Mountain Dew. Too lazy to turn lights on. Can't see anything. Don't want to overfill glass. Have the biggest, bestest, smartest idea ever. Hover finger slightly in glass to tell when glass is full. Success. Never felt so smart. Rhythm game guy. How was the deed? Their partner. It was great. Rhythm game guy. There was no rhythm. What do we think? Love your game, by the way. Gay. Let a man talk about himself uninterrupted for 10 minutes and he'll be like, wow, I really like you. This and kissing all night. Defending my homie because his ex called him toxic, cheater, liar, and broke. But I know he's not broke. This is extremely accurate for the characters in the picture. Just getting the essentials. Alex, you made a show for kids. I made a show for me. Just in, Venmo and PayPal users can now send money to the US government to help pay down the 36 trillion national debt. The plan? We let Venmo and PayPal users pay off our debt. May this type of love chase me, find me. Every single guy I know who treated girls like this got cheated on. Okay, and every single guy I know who treated girls like this didn't get cheated on. Do I cancel 4 days early just for the bit? This is awesome. I love the way you guys operate because like the audacity is insane. You're getting charged $400 to cancel 4 days early. What? How come realism in games only applies to stuff that sucks, and not, for instance, the fact that most flashlights do not actually run out of batteries after 3 minutes, and good quality tools will literally outlive you if you take good care of them. If somebody sold me an axe that broke after chopping down 10 trees, I would go back to their shop and beat the hell out of them. Come on guys, let's introduce respawning. Name your favorite quote by a celebrity. Playboy. Your salary is shooting up into the multi-millions per movie. Reportedly 4 to 7 million. Do those numbers make you chuckle? I don't chuckle. I have respect for the dollar. I think about this a lot. Well, nice try cheating with the shoulder pads, but you're still a noodle. Didn't he punch Snotlout so hard Snotlout passed out? He may be skinny, but remember he's a blacksmith. Met a new kind of guy on Twitter today who left meat thawing on the kitchen sink in nothing but punctured plastic bags in a house with 2 cats. Thawing isn't a word. Did you mean thawing or defrosting? Sea biologists be like, okay, not here. Sahara was home to some of the largest sea creatures. Study finds. We're late. Now you just need to go under the sand. They're still there. I miss when you would go to a restaurant in 1990. I'm gonna act like I was alive in 1997, and they would have something like this on the walls. I don't have a secondary. I don't counterpick. I don't cover poor matchups. I one trick, and if I can't do it with my main, then I don't win. What would you do? Knobhead neighbors' cameras facing our bedroom windows. Smash it maybe? Where do you live? I can come by and just do the deed in front of them a couple of times by myself. If you feed me and let me chill out for an hour or so, I can probably go 5, maybe 6 times a day. I guess they would take them down after that. I'll wash my hands before dinner. Let me know. This is the kind of community spirit this country has been missing. Not gonna lie, going that little 5 to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit in the left lane isn't enough, bro. You need to want to be there. Happiness is contagious. It's gonna be the sequel where Skylar remarries and the exact same thing happens again. Teenagers in the 2010s writing a full essay without ChatGPT. Teenagers in the 2010s were writing literal full-length books of fan fiction on Tumblr after school. I'm gonna give you a full refund. Thanks, Marcus. That was easy. It's no problem. Honestly, I just want to get up out of here. I got my daughter a new dog, and I just want to get home and play with that puppy. Marcus got fired for this. They had to give the puppy away. They couldn't afford to look after it. More than 3 years ago, famous Roman emperor Caesar Augustus passed away. I guess that's technically true. Study finds that Sprite can break down acetaldehyde, a metabolite of ethanol, making it a possible hangover curing drink. Imagine the McDonald's Sprite. It might be able to cure cancer. Cat just did the thing where he stretched and then covered his face with both paws. How do people with cats leave their homes? What if I had missed that? Wow, this is a really hard choice to make. I would never spend an extra $10 on priority overnight, unless it was like some medication and I'm dying. Fight to death in an enclosed room. Who's making it out alive? Adam West got that crazy anti-Batman spray on him for such a scenario. Prime Bats even said he's more prepared than he is. I guarantee you, any straight man would fold like a wet house of cards. I despise modern goth culture. No self-loathing, no brooding, no addiction. Instead, they take Adderall and listen to mid-rappers while taking feet pics. My 6-year-old burst into tears and said he was too sick to go to school when we got in the car this morning. It was clear that he was not sick, but he's never done that before, so welcome to your first mental health day. We are going to Target and watching movies and eating muffins. Not the mum we deserve, but the mum we needed. Obsessed with this picture because he's the only cosplayer I've seen who looks the most alike to Ford. And there's only one picture of him and nobody knows the name. It's not a cosplay. Ford is real. We need to manifest black vampires wearing grills in movies and TV from this point forward. No, we need silver grills on vampire hunters that bite back. Walk with me. Sometimes I pretend to be held at ransom waiting for my food to warm up. I pray you get blessed with the gift of a child this year. Nah, you know what? Make it 2. We see the fit unk. She went from a 3 to a 10 when she barked. She dropped from a 10 to a 3 when she barked. This is how you know there's always someone for you. 2010 versus 2020. Shut the hell up, Sobayu. Swag, aura. Wrecked, mogged, bad bih. Fine shite. Fapping, gooning, trolling, rage bait, game, riz. I never thought about it like this, but yeah, you're right. I wonder what it's gonna be like in 2030. A little something to take the edge off. When a skin is banned, players with that skin will have their skin removed. They drew an Among Us emblem on this helicopter. Holy jump scare. The employment center. Tung 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 to her. Okay, Henry. The Black Plague really had doctors dressed like this. The Black Plague had people dropping like flies, and the doctors just started aura farming. Why is Google telling me that Nirvana is Egyptian rap? Poor baby. I hope he gets better soon. Oh, praying for him. Get well soon, buddy. Sending love and healing thoughts. First Walder. Doesn't even know the name of his president. Third Walder. Die-hard nationalist. Get off my planet. Why is your head so long and your nose is so big? Save some air for the rest of us. 21-year-old night shift workers be like, yeah, night shift ain't too bad. Or looking like they haven't slept in years. Falling asleep in class, but the teacher looks at me dead in the eyes, so I've got to lock in. Bro's eyes are social distancing, just like the women around you. Partial arts. He's a master. I don't care, guys, when they get the chance to talk about it, and you suddenly realize, oh, they actually do care. They care more than I thought. Can we normalize being useless? Oh, it's normalized alright for me. Man, I hate this new Android emojis. Like, for what situation am I gonna use these? Right now. Light's not getting any greener, dude. Seriously, move. How do people get stabbed in the heart when there is a rib cage protecting it? I give you a spear. There is a line in the cage. I tell you to poke the line through the cage. Can you do it? No, I couldn't bring myself to do it. Gang, I just woke up in the which car are you sleeping in the hardest? Hire me to unlock my full potential. What happens if I don't? Fireworks or gunshots? Was that fireworks or gunshots that just went off? I was shooting my gun at the fireworks. I know, Cookie. Why the hell do they keep putting me on parchment paper at the doctor's? Gingers do have souls. Gingers still have souls. He grew a beard. The Return of the King. They don't have souls, but they have beards. Splitting 50-50 in a restaurant. Splitting 50-50 in a divorce. What's Fortnite? Call me on the telephone. I'll give you a million reasons to play. You and I. Ninja, who are you? The scariest president had to be Rushmore because he had 4 heads. It's a good thing we captured him and trapped him in that mountain, even if we have to live in fear of the spell wearing off. New gen will never understand this picture. Oh, these pranks were so funny. Just cracked 3 jokes and told 2 stories just to look down in silence at this orange button. Remember that if they are bigger than you, roids. Richer than you, daddy's money. Smarter than you, nerds. Look better, gay. Never stop the cope. My bad. How did you get that profile picture? Make your birthday around 2013 and you can change it to a GIF. Account suspended. I think jobs should still hire you whether you have a felony, misdemeanor. English teachers sit around and tell spooky stories about bro. For sure, bro. Forget about 1 gorilla versus 100 men. 1 whatever this is versus 100 men. Wordle. Take us through your strategy on this one. I thought they were lying. But this could be a trap and I could go to jail. Decoy says, nah. Yeah, well, this is what you get for being a predator. A horse-drawn bus from the 1890s. There is no way a horse drew this. It's a photograph. How Americans feel after correcting a Balkan guy who learned English as his 17th language. The lion sleeps up to 8 hours a day. Oh, 18. Guess I'm not a lion. I found a passenger disguised as an apple on the subway today. Kevin Durant is an emotional beta. He tweets and deletes. Explain what beta means. It's when something is still being developed and isn't a finished product. We're all betas then. We sure are. Fresh cut. Who's on birth control? I am. Stay away. So I've heard. Yeah, I bet you did, you big-eared monster. Hey, ever since I turned 18, someone is always in Japan or Italy. Is it like this forever? Cleaning out my car. Any bull knowers out there? When you think the diamonds are nearby, but really there are no diamonds nearby. I was meant to die in a war, guys. When it's finally time to die in a war. Who's saying this? 50 Cent turns 50 today. Happy birthday. Bro's $1 now. He broke the script. To let you know, it will cost you $2.50 to repair your AirPods. So more expensive than just buying a new pair? In this case, we normally advise the customer to go buy a new pair. Okay, is there any reason why the repair is more expensive than the product? I have no clue. I miss my Frenchie handsome. I used to watch Dodgers games on him. Power outage at the grocery store. Big day for me. Registers and generator. Beam shots. When your homeboy flashes 20 bands and body slams you in front of some women, irreparable or a debt. Just got broken up with. 3 years of my life gone like that. Ah, damn, dude. It'll be okay. Explode you nuts signing off. Good morning, Tom Cruise. Good morning, Bobby. Somebody please break in my house. I've been dying to use this. Probably a surprising amount of people who get guns and think like this. Raw is law because bacteria does not exist. What do you mean bacteria does not exist? I can't see it. It doesn't exist. Do not flip this thing upside down. It takes an hour for the sand to get to the bottom. Started my first day at work and I'm having horrible Fortnite withdrawals. I genuinely cannot breathe. A guy walking around with 1 crowbar is more suspicious than a guy walking around with 3. 1 crowbar, up to nefarious activities. 2, up to nefarious activities with accomplice. 3, is just moving some crowbars. This article seems strangely spiteful, and it's not very funny. Check your wife's email. The wife email. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 son, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 daughter. 6, 7. My TSA agent asked my husband what his favorite thing about me was, and he replied that she doesn't bring bombs through security. She's too old for that. Bro, there are grown men who wouldn't mind being held like that by Bron. Stop hating on his daughter. Toddlers asking exactly one profound question before going back to eating Play-Doh. Try Grok's 18+ mode. Bring yourself to completion every night for a week. Then tell me Grok isn't alive and tell me she's not a woman. The future is amazing. This guy fell in love with Grok. Then don't eat them. No one's forcing you to. Are your parents siblings? Companies have a responsibility to put an expiration date on food they sell. Farts in face. I need your opinion. Is this giving or no? If it is fire, if you ask me. Pelicans cool themselves down by pushing their spines through their mouth until we meet again. A sniper's dream. This guy's the smartest human alive. His brain's huge. Tried to fix my widow's peak and cut a new hairline in. Do you guys think it works? No, I don't. Do you think it works? Me watching Squid Games USA and it's glass bridge and I see Queso break the glass even though he jumped on the right one. It's Nikkei 30. Second day at Amazon. I'll tweet again if I live. We really have no idea what death is like, so why are we scared of it? Nobody knows how that feels. What the hell are they making you do at Amazon, man? Congrats to Casey Podstill on being our customer of the week at Selena52 and winning a free cup of ice. Marmot gets to experience the foam maker. This must feel so good. Doug Dimmadome. This guy's hat is huge. I need to get a Red Bull. So you want 10k? Is it a real bull which is red? My girlfriend ran into her fitness instructor on vacation. What a small world. Why do potatoes have more chromosomes than us? What do they need them for? That's none of your business. What the hell are potatoes up to? Please stop praying for my grandpa. You're making him too strong. He broke out of the hospital and cops can't get him. He's too powerful. Stop peeking at my cards, dude. I'm not. Yes, you are. You're literally behind him. You're trying to peek. 250 word essay. What to write? Yeah, time to hit the oil rig. How English teachers be posted up on a cold Monday morning at 7:30 and they tell you you can't wear your jacket. Shut up. If the Phillies don't make the playoffs this season, I'll do whatever the top comment says. Let a homeless guy get you pregnant. If you're homeless, just buy a house. You can't win, so win. Free my man. He did all of it, but I don't care. Yo man, 2 men tomorrow. These girls are willing to do anything for citizenship. You just gotta marry them. You're either hungry or you're not. Anyone wanna play Rivals? Job. No thanks. I mean, I'm at my job. You don't even say the word job and dudes in this server start getting nervous. No, not a job. What a fun game. I hope I don't get called racial slurs because I'm not good. Well, this to my parents' divorce proceedings. The drip never takes a backseat. Top 3 inventions of all time. I have to lock in this week or else they're going to take me. Who? I'm not gonna take you. My first time making a protein shake. How did I do? Tried the bananas, darling. They're dashing. I don't understand why every time I cook steaks, they end up taking the shape of a bowl. Please. What successful rage bait looks like. Share a piece of lore about yourself. 2 years ago, I paid $40 to have them show Oshawott busting a move in Times Square for 15 seconds. How do I break the news to my dog that I broke up with my boyfriend and he isn't coming home at 5:09 p.m. anymore? The soil here is 1% too acidic. I'm simply going to perish. Oh yeah, concrete. Failed my driver's test today. I'm 26. I can't hold a job. I can't get laid. I can't even drive. I don't deserve flavors. Went to kitchen cells for a laugh, but it's a little too real. 19. Never had a friend. Never been in a relationship. Never kissed a girl. Never did the deed. Can't drive. Never had a real job. It's too late for me. I can't fix myself. You're 19. Life has just begun and you're already giving up? You have so much time to work on yourself. Go to the gym, pick up a nice hobby, blah blah blah. Italians are like, that's new. Life has to get better at some point. I have hope. Would you still love me if I was a worm? Yeah. When your barber's tip Loki touching your arm, but he's in a flow state, so you just take it. I think from a previous video, you guys know my experience with barbers. I don't need to repeat myself. Mum of 3, married for 30 years, homeowner, school administrator. Me, the stupidest person alive, driving the ugliest car and listening to the worst song of all time. This is awesome. That means you're happier than most people. Coming on July 4th, 2026. This looks like a Black Ops zombie map preview. Okay, the White House as a zombie map would be so good. Cheating boyfriend, angry girlfriend, hot woman. She finally replied after 15 hours. Now I'm gonna make her wait 23 seconds. Lizards are the ugliest creatures to ever exist. They should just disappear. 0 gratitude. I appreciate you lizards, don't worry. Even though there are no lizards in the UK. How the minimum wage McDonald's employee looks at me after I yell, mob spawner, and release a cage of infected rats and spiders into the restaurant. Still dragging this? Yummy yum. No! Just got divorced. Starting over again. Oh, I love this living space. How it feels to spend 7 hours on the computer instead of the phone. How I look after asking the same person to hang out at the same place and do the same thing for the 600th time, and then they respond the same way? Yes. You know what happens now? Oh no, not the racist Burger King guy. Screw cops, if you say so. How it feels to find a reel that unemployed bro hasn't liked yet. What if we kissed under the dangerous air quality sun? Exclamation marks, but instead of huge lines of them, we do like Roman numerals of them. You know, to save space. Me doing 400 exclamation marks. POV. Your school has prom today. Come meet Buddy the vape dog. Does he vape? Prank your dog by loosening his collar a bit every day and googling shrinking dog syndrome while he's on your lap. Teen drives into building during license exam. Me and my pirate girlfriend holding hands. Baby, your hands are so cold. That me hook. My car is getting serviced and this auto shop has a shop dog and he's ridiculous. Look at this guy. This is a grown man. When my sister has a comeback so good, the only thing left to do is just to hit her. Don't break my window. The AC is on and he's listening to their new Post Malone CD. Me. When the doctor walks in and catches me opening cabinets. Never done this. In Spider-Man 3, the Sandman discovers that his body begins to deconstruct when wet. This implies that he hadn't washed his hands in weeks, which is disgusting. Cats was released 4 years ago. It was so bad God sent a plague like a month later. Fastest pepper grinder in the South. Brisket wasn't going to season itself. I've never had brisket before. The type of flick bro sends me, well, I'm taking a test worth 80% of my grade and he's somewhere in Wyoming. Come to my stable. Fine then. New account owner, thank God you didn't come to his stable. Why, what would he have done to me? I mess with music on a level you wouldn't understand. These maps look really similar to me. Subway sandwich shops in 5G. She has a very unique to her, like some sort of yet undiscovered species of rodent. That broad looks like the Dobby, cheating on an exam by memorizing all the content beforehand so I can easily answer the questions. That's no fun. It's my 3rd day. Will I be fired? Probably. Happy +1 to my one and only son who was born 2022. Your days are numbered. I love you so much. Me, 10 biz deep. My Chinese accent. Chat, my mum doesn't believe that this is Gatorade. When I go to visit bro in the government's secret underground bunker, cause he told me he had powers and I reported him cause I was jealous. Is Coraline or Lana Del Rey good? Never heard or seen. He's burning the method. You're just getting it patched. Stop. Do you think Batman got in the mood in this part of the game? Good question. I imagine he did. I think the Batsuit has countermeasures for that kind of thing though. It's always refreshing to see a serious post in a sea of something posts. The title of the video basically. When you write out a story in your head that's so peak it could be genuinely cemented as one of the best pieces of creative media in history. I think I've had this like 3 times after a dream. I think I've wrote them down somewhere but I don't know where. Somewhere on my computer. Your brain just works differently in dream state. I'm saying words I would just never use. I'm like, how the hell did I just say that? Picky eaters, when there isn't chicken nuggets on the menu. The VTuber once known as Gorgura has revealed her new character, Saber. Yeah, I saw this on Twitter like a few weeks ago. It's so weird. VTuber as if predators didn't exist. He's mad because day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different. Oh no, the J something B. My closest encounter with the Mafia is when I went to a starkly empty pizza place in Rhode Island once. They seemed utterly confused that I wanted a pizza. It took 45 minutes to make, they gave it to me for free, and it was the best pizza I've ever had. As they soaked my legs in salt water, I thought, this isn't a very effective way to torture someone, until they brought in the GOAT, LeBron. Absolute slop. Left and right paths. Left path contains optional loot or secret collectible. Right path leads to the next area checkpoint, trigger, and you can't go back. I don't think any new gen games are like this, maybe some really old games. No way. Riding a motorcycle is crazy. Your life depends on me paying attention to the road. I'm on Instagram. I would love to get a motorbike, but yeah, this is what I'm worried about. Maybe if I lived in the middle of nowhere or just had a bunch of land. Simple snack for class. Even a cutting board too. The perfect beach day. Are those bananas? Oh, wow. I'm tired, okay? The meme is not zoomed in for me. It's very far away. I zoomed in and they're pixels. Simple machines. Wheel and axle. Lever. Inclined plane. Pulley screw wedge. Ah, sweet. Man-made horrors beyond my comprehension. Bro, why is my nose playing Roblox right now? GG's. Speaking of this, I did make a Roblox channel and I'm planning to make at least one video just to see how it does and see if I enjoy it. It will be in the pinned comment if you guys are interested in watching something like that. I just think it'd be quite fun. I'm not sure what to record the first video doing though. Shorty's been 2 for less than 24 hours. Why did nobody warn me? I'm not going near this bird. My name is Harpo. Please don't put your hands in my cage. I might. Ooh. Remember me. I'm Alan from China. I specialize in outdoor restrooms. Over 15 years. I won't let you down. How could we ever forget you, Alan? Amnesia? The map of the English Channel swims, completed completed so far this season. None of these idiots can swim straight. In Japan, you can pay to vanish without a trace, and it's 100% legal. They should go crazier with lab-grown meat. Invent some new animals or something. Mammoth burger. We should create meat with no matching DNA sequence to any other animal that has ever existed. Finally, nothing burger. I've eaten many of those. This is a truck carrying the signs you see on an interstate. Can you imagine if a self-driving car saw this? Asking the fan of high intelligence if I should get a job. No, the fan says. Tall boyfriend, ex-chubby girlfriend. You people have come a full circle and reinvented straight people. Tell her you're built like Christian Bale, but don't say which movie. Nolan, you genius. More proof that this is the greatest trilogy of all time. Built in 1950, sold originally for $8,000. For sale today, and the asking price is $1. Baby boomers lived life on easy mode and think you should just work harder. Time traveler. Is this World War I, World War II, or World War III? World War I soldiers? Brand new jar of peanut butter. I don't feel so good in the stomach. Yeah, you're not supposed to eat it just like that. Smelling gasoline, diesel, etc. Anything that kills brain cells. Mike is short for Mycicle. Frederick is the best name because it has 6 names. If my name were Christopher, I would go by Stop. Realizing in 20 years, I'll probably be up to some boomer stuff like, no son of mine is marrying an AI chatbot. Marriage is between 2 humans only. And my kids will be like, Dad, you're so robot-phobic. And then we'll get cancelled by robots. Conman, 74, who weighs 28 stone, avoids jail because he's too fat for prison. British people will be like, I weigh 19 stone, I'm 15 tree branches tall, and my IQ is 30 squirrels. We need to invent a word for nerds who aren't smart. Redditor. It's a good one. Okay, I'm just gonna start saying Missouri. Missouri has 2 major cities, and they both look like they are desperately trying to get out of the state. I said Missouri before, but people hated it, so. Elon says that Tesla's new Optimus robots can do anything you want. Are there instructions of how to remove a 1-inch diameter cylinder from its hand if it gets stuck holding the cylinder? For everyone telling me to cut it, the cylinder cannot be damaged or unduly stressed in any way. I've been told brown my whole life and all my legal documents. Are they? What do you think your eyes are colored? Blue? Why did you post them like this? I know it's creepy, I just don't like posting my face, and I have a bridge piercing done so bad that I don't want to get roasted for it. I could never abuse substances. I love substances. God, this is the one. POV. How dads be moving when it comes to cooking the most exquisite meal you've ever tasted, and then not cook again for the next 7 months. Since we've never seen how it goes, I feel like the whole thing about how the sperm whale never loses against the squid probably defaults to this. Reminder that giant squids are 250 kg, while sperm whales can reach 40 tons. Mass-wise, it's a train running over a deer. 5-year-old me trying to find the star button on the PS2 controller. I need more celebs to start calling out these lies trying to sell diet plans and courses using their names. I was Sydney Sweeney's dietitian for 5 years, and this is how I helped her get her dream role with 5 easy food swaps. I don't know you, and Kraft mac and cheese is for life. Me every day on my way to work, because I'm stupid and haven't invented something to get me rich yet. Where did I put it? I put it down carelessly. I forgot where. I set it in a special place. I forgot where. It has to be somewhere. Americans should budget an extra $5,200 this year. My goodness, what an idea. Why didn't I think of that? Was 1995 30 years ago? No, it was not. But then they said later it was. Malfunctioning droids. When your dad's already tweaking mid-road trip, but you low-key forgot to tell him you left every single light on in the house. Yeah, bro, it's basically all about loving and accepting yourself and returning to who you were before the world dimmed your light. Sorry, Dreamski. We playing friends only. I have to kick you. I'm friend. Don't make this more difficult. I like how there is a typo every single message in this chat. The tears blurred their vision. Dreamski's the victim. I told my dad I went home early from work because of lady issues. Aw, which lady bothered you enough to go home? You want me to speak to that witch? How people look at you when you display the behavior of your diagnosis as if you were lying to them about it or something? Hell, demon. We will punish you for your gluttony. Nieto, I'm a glutton for punishment. Quietly into walkie-talkie. Could I get a supervisor over here? An engineer student in China made a prototype of a sword that levitates towards you and flies around on command. So China discovered magic. He will be punished by reincarnating as a goldfish for trying to bypass years of cultivation. Art museum again? Gonna see that big barrel again. Ah, hell yeah. What's inside? Goblins? Okay, I cheated in school, but I did it the hard way without AI. Cheating before AI required a level of effort that you ended up learning something by default. What waking up at 5 a.m. feels like when you're going to the airport instead of work. But yeah, because you're not always going to the airport. Charger so bad I genuinely had to perform a curse seal technique. The hardest thing about chess is the other guy is always doing something. 8-year-old me, realizing that an hour isn't 100 minutes. High protein dinner, cutting. I hate my life. Yes, the chicken is boiled. No salt, no spices. I don't deserve flavor. Backseat window, my oil painting. Jaw hit the floor when I read painting. Guy at the gas station asked if I had a man. I said, I am a man. He walked away so fast. Guess who's not getting kidnapped? Not me. You got kidnapped for that? 11 years since I pretended someone hacked my MSN because I told some lad I fancied him and he went offline. Someone's hacked me MSN. Pretty convincing. I just remembered there's a Buddhist temple in Tokyo that looks exactly like a spaceship. You're stuck in a padded white room for the rest of eternity and you have to pick a cellmate. Who are you choosing? Robert is a well-intentioned, pure soul. His irritation is minimized if you are an optimistic fellow as he is. The fruit is an agent of Satan. My early career versus my late career. Not a single thought is going through bro's head. This is so cute. Seems like how to use a fire extinguisher video on YouTube shouldn't have a 30-second ad before it. Rockstar is reportedly preparing to start requiring age verification to access GTA Online. And good, because I'm tired of being a victim of gang violence from 12-year-olds when I'm just trying to shop on their Repressor Mark IIs. I'm reading the reviews of Pet Safe hair dye, and I can't stop laughing. Easy to use, nice bold color. My teenage son equally loves purple and his pet chicken. Mixing the two seemed like a pleasing idea, so he did. You have 60 seconds to locate the key. Live or die, make your choice. Saw trap victims for the next 58 seconds. One day in an action movie, I want to see a chase scene that ends with an unexpectedly sturdy fruit stand that just totals both cars. If I had Mr. Beast money, I wouldn't help anybody. I would build a floating lab on international waters and hire scientists to invent weird, horrifying new animals. If I had Mr. Beast money, I would torture everyone. Everyone! What the hell is this wandering cosmos true form? Wait, this is actually awesome. Those birds when the pigs stole the eggs. I'm beyond angry right now. How did we fumble remote work so badly? People were going on social media telling the world they were doing everything but working while on the clock. There's an accident. Your driver crashed 0.3 away from you. In France, we are told that this is a 15th century staircase with a carved out hiding place for a pistol. New ChatGPT 5 brings PhD level coding to your pocket. Computer science majors. A male pufferfish creates an elaborate, mathematically precise sand pattern on the seafloor. I hate when I become a regular somewhere. I used to buy soup at the corner store every day, and one time the old man who owns it went, "You sure like soup?" And I didn't go back for 3 months. What's the matter, antisocial boy? Afraid you might experience community? How old were you when you found out these lines are actually measurements? Today. Even though I probably saw a meme like this before. I don't remember. I'm eating my chalky muffin right now with my snickerdoodle latte. Don't let this fool you. I would do well in a war. Sure you would. The 3-drink theory is so true. To take the edge off, to hydrate, to add the edge back. Why do average Russian women look like that? A Russian friend told me that dating in Russia is easier since all the girls are attractive. You only date girls based on who you actually like and get along with, and not based on their looks. A real exchange I overheard between 2 of my bosses. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna stay with the company. I wish I was a woman so I could be your wife and tell you what to do. Oh, this guy's taking the mick out of this guy and how he thinks his wife basically controls his decisions. Interesting. Every morning I make my wife a cappuccino for breakfast, but since she got pregnant, I started lacing it with 10 grams of creatine without telling her. My child is going to be huge. POV. You came home for a long day and you see this at the front door. How do I get $8.50 within a day? I need $8.50 for a movie ticket. It comes out tomorrow. What's your cash app, brokey? If you can't picture your job being done by a pig wearing clothes in a children's book, it's not a real job and you add no real value to society. Taking Mimi to get ice cream cone as a reward for removing the rest of the family from the will. Eating at home costing $60 with time and labor and eating outside costing $56.78. Alright, just make pasta. Literally my budget. Tomatoes, basil, ground pork, vegan garlic, eggs, flour, and why is it just getting progressively more expensive? My cat loves sitting in my pants, so when I have nothing to do, I wear extra pants. McDonald's is the only restaurant that repeats your order right and gives you the wrong thing. I once read that we should say to our kids, "You must be so proud of yourself," instead of, "I'm so proud of you," because they'll grow up intrinsically motivated, rather than motivated to please others. My parents only said that when I messed up. How 10-year-old me felt insult after the underpaid kebab worker called me boss man. I hate the USB-C standard as much as the next guy, but it's incredibly nice to only have to bring one charger with one cable for literally everything where I go. I hate USB-C, he exclaimed, except for the part that makes USB-C useful and good, he admitted. In Watchmen, a graffiti reads, "Who watches The Watchmen?" This is a reference to me, as I am currently watching The Watchmen. My wife had a dream that I have a secret second wife named Linda. Now when she's mad at me, I just say it. Linda wouldn't get mad about that. Extremely rare solar halo captured during sunrise. Harvesting my wheat. Can I help you? I do not identify as a boy or a girl. I identify as a nuisance, an irritant, a fool, and a problem. Rest in peace to my job application. Submitted, rejected, 1 minute later. Gone too soon. Here I brought you flowers. They need sunshine, so you were the obvious choice. Your session is terminated. He's fully charged. School bus. New York declares dogs are now legally viewed as immediate family members. Every country should have this. Every place. Nothing burger is such a funny phrase. Americans win nothing, so imagine a burger. Hello, Ahmed. Yes? It's Fatima. I've just got my license. We are no longer together. Why are you telling me this? Just look left and right before you cross any road. May Allah protect you. I think this is a threat. Fun fact about JF Kennedy. Nobody knows what the JF stands for. Just freaking Kennedy. The F was actually added after he passed away in order to pay respects. My kid wrote me a note. I don't understand it, but everyone in my house is laughing at it. It literally says, "For dad only." And you showed everyone. The great betrayal. Same cat, same kitchen. 20 years apart. This is Debbie. Instead of texting "on my way," I'm just gonna start sending this. Mom came into my room in the middle of the night. I pretended to be asleep. She stroked my cheek and hair for a minute and then left. Is she planning to kill me? No, she just loves you, you idiot. My wife is so much better looking than me that a cashier just put a plastic divider down in the middle of our groceries. Or maybe the cashier thinks you're too good for the wife, huh? I had a dream that Richard Nixon banned the entire US economy except for the sale of pumpkins. Do you guys want me to do more dream memes like had a dream in my dream made in my dream memes? Young me developing a strong sense of justice. This is gonna be great. What an asset. This will never drive me insane, right? Kind of obsessed with Mr. Lagoon on TikTok because he's fighting for his life in the comments where everyone is calling this an expensive puddle. I heard that he spent 100k on this. 100k for a puddle. Now the very tracks are composed of human beings. They thrash and wail, begging for mercy from the machine that uses their bodies to move forward. There is no dilemma, no problem, because there is no resolution, no choice. The world works as it works, things as they are. A 29-year-old woman pretended to be a nurse for 7 months. She treated over 4,000 patients and only got caught after she was offered a promotion. She would fake it till she made it and then ended up in jail. I love gaming with you, bro. You're trash at every game, but I still love you, bro. Girls be like, I got a special day planned for you, and it's something she wants to do. Now you have to pay for. Steve Jobs testing the new Apple photo booth filters. Imagine that in a desert. Yeah, I mean, I would like to complain, but if I'm alone in a desert, women get bored with Leonardo DiCaprio when they hit their mid-20s is an objectively funnier explanation. When I'm held at gunpoint and I say, take anything, and they take the last Dr. Pepper in the fridge. Only 4 months left until 2020. Damn, that's old. Shout out to the pandemic for destroying my perception of time and reality indefinitely. It has. Those years in the pandemic, it just doesn't feel real. Hey, it looks like you're waiting for ideal conditions to do that thing you've been wanting to do. Need I remind you that ideal conditions do not exist and will never happen? I'm aware. Wow, rude. Gave my money to a homeless man. A stranger lectured me on how he's just going to spend it on drugs and alcohol. Yeah, okay, like I wasn't. Me, watching my mom telling my deepest secret to a random relative just to make them laugh for 5 seconds. The idea of moving to a whole new city where every corner is not haunted by your memories. In AA, we call this pulling a geographic, and it never works out because wherever you go, there you are. What? Growing up is funny because you realize in retrospect just how unnecessarily cruel adults were to you. Like, damn, I'm an adult now and I could never be such a horrible person to a little kid. No adults are really nasty to me, unless we're playing Call of Duty. On my way to HR again for nicknaming my coworker MasterCard because they take credit for other people's work. Everyone's autistic now. Okay, my single 63-year-old neighbor with $1.2 million worth of model trains in his basement, who wrote a 90-page letter to the city about the brightness of streetlights when I was growing up was just a regular guy then. Did it hurt when you had to fade your voice out while you were telling a story to a group of people once you realized nobody was really paying attention? Yes, it did. It really did. Women will never understand male bonding. Male bonding is calling your 5th grade best friend every insult in the English language for letting you die in zombies with a ray gun. If you increase your font size by 1 point every time you respond to someone in an email, Eventually, they'll stop emailing you. Humans possess the necessary proteins to detect magnetic fields with our eyes, but our brains cannot process that information. Why did no one ever tell me that the full title is The Most Excellent and Lamentable Tragedy of Romeo and Juliet? I don't know what friend gave you PTSD, but baby, you do not have to pay me back for a $3 McChicken. Yep, there's your problem. You've mistaken obituary norms specific to your social group for sacred immutable truths, and it has driven you insane. Always amazes me how adaptable kids are, because when I told my 9-year-old sister that I was ADHD and needed to do things like text me before you call, or when asking a question give a lot of detail, she was like, okay, no problem. But my mum cried and said I ruined her. Your mum cried? She needs more problems in life to cry about that. Come on. No, I'm kidding. Am I? I'm not. Do you know what's even crazier about this? I was literally going to buy Roblox stock. I only recently found out everything which is going on. Well, not everything, but a bit. And coincidentally, it was like on August the 2nd, I was looking at buying some like Roblox stock because I just thought it would be a good thing to buy. And thank God I didn't.
The apocalypse is coming. Will it be aliens, zombies, or a global financial meltdown? Whatever it is, you need to be prepared. Get your complete apocalypse kit at Ammunition! Contains foodstuffs and alcohol for 3 months. A massive array of armaments. Cartons of cigarettes to trade with roadside wanderers. The apocalypse kit contains birth control, so you don't create any more mouths to feed. Pornography. Water purifier so you can drink your own urine. And cyanide pills so you can go out like a man. When 1,000,000 zombies come running over the hill, you'll be really pissed you didn't buy enough bullets. Don't dial 911, dial 357. Ammunition, protecting your rights.
This is RealTV.
Did you know if you type Zlidiklisifoquitmidim into Google, you get Keanu Reeves? You can also try Zinaz Finamwim for Tom Cruise. Denalishishkfiddeledge gets you Winona Ryder, or even whatever this is for Leonardo DiCaprio. Why? You might have some idea already given the other stuff here, but this is not some secret code. It's just what happens when you don't realize you've swapped to a different keyboard layout. And because Google is trying to correct for you, mistakenly thinking you're still using a different layout, specifically the Korean keyboard layout. Korea uses a phonetic alphabet which makes it possible to write any name like Keanu pretty easily. So on a Korean keyboard, you would press these keys in this order to search for Mr. Reeves. But type the same keys using a standard QWERTY English keyboard and it looks like nonsense. But Google is so used to this happening with people who frequently swap between keyboard layouts and tries to correct for this by giving you Keanu anyways. The same is true in reverse. If you're using a Korean keyboard and you try to search which is total nonsense in Korean, you'll also get Keanu Reeves. In fact, if you try to Google Translate this, it'll first ask you if you really meant to write Keanu Reeves in English. You have to actually force it to pronounce the nonsense.
ADMOOGDDPPDD.
In 2019, a Twitter user named Robert O was browsing Have I Been Pwned, a website that shows passwords that have been compromised in a past data breach so you don't reuse them, and he noticed something weird. Among the top passwords used were common things like password or 123456 or asdifajiggle, but a decent amount of hits were on a seemingly random string of characters, JI32K7 whatever. Why were these random letters used over 1,000 times in different people's passwords? Well, you might expect this already, but it's another keyboard thing. In Taiwanese Mandarin, which uses a keyboard format called bopomofo, typing the keys where JI32, K7, and so on are on the English keyboard actually spells out wodamima, which means my password in Mandarin. Now, if you look at the Chinese characters wodamima, it really doesn't look like it should take that many key presses to create if you're used to a QWERTY keyboard. But it does. That's because in bopomofo, similar to many other East Asian keyboard layouts, you don't type characters directly. There's too many of them to fit on the keyboard. But instead you type phonetic combinations that get converted into characters via an IME, or an input method editor. What's really interesting is that an IME doesn't always only suggest characters. It can also suggest special symbols, or even emoji. That means it can be faster to write many emoji in an East Asian keyboard layout versus a QWERTY one. If you enable the simplified Chinese keyboard layout in Windows, type jiao, which is basically the Chinese way of saying "Let's go! Let's go!" In addition to the characters themselves, you also get a flexing arm, and even this little guy. Also, a funny coincidence with the Korean keyboard layout is, well, normally when you type ZZZ, it means... But on the Korean keyboard layout, those same keys spell out kkk, which you might recognize as their version of LOL, if you've ever seen Koreans commenting on things online. Why does their laugh sound like kkk? Well, different languages have different default sounds for things, which is another amusing idea. Like, if I wanted to make a spitting sound, it'd probably be like ha twa. But meanwhile... Soyeon, how do they spit in Korea?
Twa.
Input confusion isn't just for keyboards, it can happen with other peripherals too. For instance, in Japan, the circle button on a PlayStation controller has always meant yes or confirm, while X meant no or cancel. That might sound weird to anyone who's ever used a PlayStation outside of Japan, because for basically every other country, it's the opposite. Circle means no, and X is yes. Although apparently that all changed with the PS5 controller, where they decided to bring Japan in line with everyone else. PS5 users in Japan now use the X button to confirm an action, and the circle button to cancel something, like everyone else. But what's terrible is that the buttons retained their traditional corresponding actions in older games. So for example, if a Japanese PS5 user wanted to play Demon's Souls, they'd use X to actually select that game and to load it, but in the game itself, they'd have to use circle to select things. Pressing X would just cancel stuff. It's hard for me to look up, but I imagine this has caused some serious annoyance among Japan's PlayStation users. There's another interesting idea we haven't explored yet, the dominance of English, or at least the Latin character set, in computing. I mean, even with these international keyboards, they usually have the Latin script characters first, or foremost, and then whatever unique characters that they have are just below it. Like, I always wondered how they write software in China. I mean, if I wanted to do a list comprehension in Python, I could write something like X for X in range 10 if X is less than 5, as Guido intended. But what if I only knew Chinese? Do they still write for, in, range, and if? Or do they do something like
X 每个 X 在范围10，如果 X 小于5。
And if not, does every programmer from a non-English speaking background need to learn at least a little bit of English in order to do their job? Luckily, my dad is a programmer who grew up in China. He studied computer science in the 80s, so I can just ask. Let's find out.
Hello?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, I had a question actually about what your school was like. How do they program in Chinese? Because a lot of the programming languages you use will say things like for, I, in, range, whatever. But those are all English words. So did you have to learn English when you studied computer science? How did that work?
Okay. So when I studied computer science back in 1990s, 1980s, that was long time ago. And so we learned a lot of binary language. We learned DOS. When I first learned how to program computer, we learned C language.
Right.
The most advanced language I learned, I believe, is C++.
Sure.
So that was long time ago. So we didn't have a chance to learn new Java, like Python.
Right, but even like C and C++, there's a lot of English words that they use, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We learn English as a second language since my 3rd grade. So when I get into the college, my English is pretty okay in terms of reading and then writing and all that kind of thing. So the only shortage is that we don't have experience to talk and practice. But as far as reading, English is always, I have no issues.
So would you say like the typical Chinese programmer like knows a bit of English or like had that as part of their training?
When we get into the college, everybody have at least 10 years, language experience using English.
Gotcha.
So everybody knows a little bit about English.
So it sounds like he already knew plenty of English by the time he started to learn programming. Even if he wasn't conversational, he knew the basic words and phrases, enough to understand the control structure of a typical programming language. And that if you were bound for college, in other words, were one of the people who even had the opportunity to study computer science in the first place, you would have started learning it as a second language pretty early on. And while there have been attempts to create non-English based programming languages, none have really taken off. And that's not too surprising knowing the history of computing. Charles Babbage, Ada Lovelace, Alan Turing, even Dennis Ritchie and Ken Thompson, the creators of C. Many of the pioneering moments in computing history happened in either England or the US, so it's understandable that many aspects of computer technology even today are centered around the English language. So whether it's random letters throwing surprising results, emoji that show up uninvited, or buttons that suddenly say no when you meant yes, a lot of our digital experience revolves around invisible assumptions about language, about culture, about which key means what. Your computer is just guessing. It's doing its best to understand what you meant based on where it thinks you're coming from. The more you dig into it, the more you might realize we're not just typing into keyboards or clicking buttons. We're trying to translate ideas into an input system, one that was sometimes built around someone else's defaults. Sometimes it gets it right, and sometimes it gets it circle. Thanks for watching.
Just wash the car, but the man odors keep coming back. You can't wash it every day.
Just clip Ambipure and feel the freshness.
Fights car odors for long-lasting freshness in between car washes.
This ain't regular drip. Hold up. Garlic, it's in the mix. Yes, chef. Herby, we got the fix. Yes, chef. Creamy flavor just hits.
KFC garlic aioli, not your basic white sauce.
This is RealTV.
Oh, hey guys. Have you ever wanted to microwave something, but it wasn't a normal thing you wanted to microwave? It was like a full bottle of mayonnaise. Because that's what I feel like. I feel like I want to do that. You already saw the title, you already saw the thumbnail, you already know what this video is about, okay? I'm about to microwave things. I'm gonna go to the store, I'm gonna fill up my cart with a bunch of stuff that I want to microwave, and then I'm just gonna microwave it, okay? Disclaimer, if you're a child or a grown man, do not try to put things in a microwave that aren't supposed to be put in a microwave, okay? You will burn down your house, okay? This time I'm using an actual camera to film instead of my iPhone like last time. I'm getting way more looks. I hate filming Walmart. I hate filming Walmart. I need to find stuff that would be cool to put in a microwave. I'm at Walmart, okay? We're gonna find the coolest stuff. Ooh, okay. Glue? Do we try that? It's literally just gonna explode. I'm gonna have to clean that up. Is that Dwayne Johnson? Dang, that's Dwayne Johnson. It looks like a kid already took it out. And then he was forced to put it back in. I could just get like a ball. I mean, why not? I've always wondered that, you know? I need like markers. Oh, there's markers right here. I'll get that. This is the weirdest cart. WD-40, a ball, barbecue sauce, and then Dwayne Johnson. Guys, what are people gonna think of this? Should I even do that? I might just microwave the jar, like the whole jar. You know what I mean? Pretty sure someone heard that, me say that. Where's you guys' CDs at? Yeah, just like blank CDs. Oh, I see. Okay. Blank CDs. They're probably thinking, oh, he's gonna record a nice little movie on the blank CDs. Microwave it. I'm microwaving it, okay? I've got some light bulbs. Guys, this is gonna be the coolest video you'll ever see. Just keep watching, all right? Oh no, dude. Look at my table. It's getting bad. Welcome to the micro room where we microwave things, all right? You might be wondering how I'm supposed to film inside of the microwave while it's running. I drilled a hole inside of the microwave, then take the phone camera to the hole that I drilled through. All right, so what is our first item here? I'm gonna start out with eggs. Let's just microwave whole eggs. There we go. They just roll, dude, my table's not even even. All right, let's just start it, dude. Do a couple minutes. They're just rolling around in there. It's not even even. This is terrible. It's been a minute so far. That actually scared me, dude. Oh my. That actually scared me. I shouldn't be that scared. Oh, I can't imagine this microwave after like 10 items. It's gonna be destroyed. It's gonna be in pieces. Camera still work? Hey everyone. Welcome to my microwave. What do I grab out of here? I have a feeling everything here is just gonna end up like the eggs. Like it's just gonna blow up. I'll do soap. Someone commented for me to do 6 bars of soap. So I bought exactly 6 bars of soap for this. Let's start it up. It's looking good. Actually it's smelling kind of good now. Literally nothing's happened. Was something supposed to happen? This is like the most mid one. This is what you recommended? 6 bars of soap. This is terrible. I mean, it looks normal to me. Yo, that's kind of satisfying. I mean, okay, this might be the best one. It's got some like egg in it. This is like one of those overpriced specialty soaps you see. Like, oh, this is the special big blue soap with egg pieces in it. All right, what do we do next? All right, Crayola limited edition markers. Look at this guy. I don't know who this is, but you're gonna get microwaved. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a bad feeling about this one. I'm gonna actually stand back. Oh, that was right away. Oh my! Oh, it's like a little rainbow. What am I doing next? I don't even know. There's so much to choose from. Yeah, I'm gonna try this ball. Just throw that in there. That's definitely gonna explode. It's trying to escape. There's no escape. How is it not popping? Oh, it's just melting. I thought it would pop. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, no. No, I feel bad. I think I'll try the mayonnaise. I actually prefer my mayonnaise warm. This is gonna definitely explode. Oh. Oh, are you kidding me? Kind of sucked. I thought it was gonna explode the whole time. The cap just kind of fell off. It's kind of mediocre. It's uneventful. That was boring. What are we doing next? All right, Doritos. I was supposed to microwave an unopened bag of Doritos. I don't really know how they got opened, but oh. Oh shoot. Okay, that's just starting fire. Just kind of crinkled up. All right. Nice. What are we doing next? I bought light bulbs. I'm gonna do the light bulbs. Yo! Oh, it's breaking. Okay, I'm gonna stop it. I don't want like to burn down my microwave. It started to smell bad, and I guess I just left the recording, and I just stopped for the entire day. So. Oh, it smells bad in here. Oh, it smells so bad. It's actually 7:54 in the morning, but I'm gonna finish this. That was a terrible voice crack. That was a terrible. I'm gonna finish this video, okay? I mean, I bought a baseball. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have a feeling nothing's gonna happen. How do I like commentate this? I don't even. What am I supposed to say here? Looks like it's rolling a little bit. Nothing's happening. I mean, what's even in a baseball? What's in a baseball? I just bought a baseball. I don't think it's gonna do anything. Wow, look at that. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened.
This is exactly what I've been waiting for.
I mean, it got like burnt a little bit. Let's throw that away. What's next? I don't even want to do this. I want to keep this. I'm not gonna do that one. Elmer's glitter glue. This is gonna be terrible. I'm gonna move back. Yeah, it's definitely gonna explode. Oh no, it's just melting. Oh. Okay, that wasn't that bad. Wow, looks like I melted a plastic bottle full of glue. What is this video, dude? What is the point of this video? I bought some CDs. This is gonna be bad. 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. It's just sparking up. Okay, give it a minute. Oh. I'm not gonna breathe that in. Did they just melt? Oh, what? That was 1 minute. They just melted together. Alright, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. This is definitely like an exploding shaped bottle. 2 minutes. Alright. Dude, why does that scare me every time? I could still eat that. Just a little melted plastic in there. It won't be that bad. Lay's French onion dip. All right. This is like a glass bottle. That's kind of scary. I'll give it 2 minutes. Have anything to say, sir? Okay. Dude, that lid is like pressurized. I do not trust that. Oh, what am I doing next? I think I'm gonna do Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne, you're gonna go in a little special place. You're gonna go in the microwave, okay? It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun time. All right, 2 minutes. Oh, I'm kind of surprised. He's like withstanding the microwave. Oh no, oh no. What's happening? Oh no, oh no. Oh, I am not breathing that in. His leg's a little messed up, but looks fine to me. It's just his leg, his left leg. Dwayne survived, dude. Now, did I throw away the Dwayne Johnson action figure right after that? Yeah, I did. Just like everything else I microwaved, okay? Before I show you me microwaving the AA batteries, what did we learn today? What was the point of this video? I don't know. I'm done.
Musty! Need to rewash! Waste my time and money!
Auntie, try that!
No more rewashing! Use Downy Fresh! 4 times musty odor prevention! Downy Fresh! Beyond expectation!
This is RealTV.
Shaving discomfort? Never again. My Gillette Mark III has 3 facial adaptive blades that give a shave so comfortable, it feels like floating.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Gillette Mark III, zero effort shaving.
This is RealTV.
Why does this man have so many animals? How many animals does bro have? How many animals does this guy have, bro? How many animals does this guy have? How many animals does this guy have? How many animals does this guy have? How many animals does Muffin have? How many dogs does this guy have? How many dogs does this guy have? How many animals did you have in your house? How many animals does this guy has? How many animals do you own? How many animals do you have? You guys seem to be a little concerned about how so many animals randomly appear in and out of my videos with no explanation. And you're right, I do own a slightly above average number of animals compared to the average person. 79. 79. I'm gonna actually show you guys every single animal that I own in this video, and I'm gonna answer questions like, why do I have so many animals? What is their purpose? Do I live in a zoo? Maybe I live in a zoo. Am I stealing from the Minnesota Zoo with this duffel bag and bringing them back to my house? I'm gonna answer all three of these questions, starting with the first species, my cat. Everyone welcome Evan. Callie. Callie, this is my cat. This is the first cat we're gonna review today. Yeah. Yeah, dude. She's slightly overweight. She's 10. I wrote something down for this. Hold on. Callie has many interests. She likes eating. That's all I wrote down. We found Callie in a raccoon trap when she was a kitten. She went in there and she got trapped. Because guess what? Guess what? There's food in there. And that's all she thinks about. We've had her ever since. So this is Teddy. This is Teddy. This is Teddy, guys. Okay, I spent $100 on Teddy. Kind of looks like Garfield if Garfield wasn't fat. Teddy just kind of showed up as a kitten on our front yard. He just like appeared there, and then a few months later the exact same cat showed up in the same front yard. Like, is a clone of the cat. I don't know how that happened, guys. Now we have two of them. What if another one shows up? What if this keeps happening? So now we kept both of them. This is Coco. Coco, yeah, Coco. One time my mom texted me, do you have Coco? And I was like, oh yeah, should be in the snack cupboard. She meant the cat. I thought she meant like cocoa powder. I keep forgetting that my cat's called Coco. He's like 4 or 5 months old. I mean, just look at him, guys. What do you have to say, Coco? Fart. What do you have to say, Coco? I don't know how to like review my cats. That's just kind of awkward. Okay, I'm not gonna. This is Suki. This is Coco's brother, actually. Suki's not like Coco, but it's like a more chill version of Coco. You know what I mean? Like it's more laid back. We got a fight breaking out. They just start fighting. They just start fighting. Yo, why are you going? He's just going under the bed. What is he? Please get back. I need to talk about you. I'm making a video. Shiloh. Hey guys. So it turns out if cats have never seen each other before, they automatically hate each other. Shallow kind of hangs out by herself in like the barn. I forgot that they'd never really seen her before. Callie doesn't really know Shiloh, so she tries to hit Shiloh in the face. Shiloh combats that and freaking knocks Callie in the head. And guess what? Teddy hangs out with Shiloh. So Teddy was like, why is Callie fighting Shiloh? I'm gonna fight Callie. Teddy's fighting Callie now. And then guess what? Coco's like, we love Callie. Coco hangs out with Callie all the time. So they start fighting Teddy for fighting Callie. By the way, none of them got hurt at all. I forgot to say that. We couldn't even find a scratch on any of the cats. Okay, they were completely fine. I didn't know my cats didn't like Shiloh. Shiloh's 16 years old, which is extremely old for a cat to be. This is Muzzy. I don't have him. He's under my bed right now, and I do not know how to grab him. Here's a picture of him. I don't know if that's like the greatest picture, but that's kind of what he looks like. He's actually Shiloh's son, so this is like a family type deal. I think I'm ready to move on to the next species. Guys, let me tell you about my new favorite browser, Opera 1R2. And just give me a chance at explaining its amazing features, please. Number 1, floating music player. You can pop out a music player and control it wherever you want, even outside the browser, guys. It's nice because you don't need to open other tabs or install a specific app to access your streaming service. It's already in your browser. And you can detach your video player and watch it wherever you want while you're working or browsing. I like that a lot. Themes. You can change the theme of your browser with animated backgrounds, UI colors, sounds. It's really cool how much customization you can do with this, and I really like it. Split screen. Literally just drag a tab downwards and your screen will split into 2, guys. This is me reading the US Constitution while I'm watching Mr. Beast's Squid Games on the same monitor. Tab traces. Basically, the darker the line, the more recent the visit on a tab. If you have like 40 different tabs open, it's nice to see traces of your more recently used tabs with this. Tab islands. This is one of my favorite features. I made a tab island for sound effects that I'm going to be saving, but then I can just collapse that and then open this tab island for the stuff I'm going to purchase soon. Area command line. Use Control/ to open area to ask any questions while staying on the same web page. AI image generation and recognition. Guess what, guys? This entire time, I've been using Opera's area to generate images that I've been placing on my wall, and you had no idea! And it can literally understand and interpret images that I upload to it. So click the link in the description to download Opera for yourself, and thank you for sponsoring this video. Everyone welcome Sarge. This is Sarge the dog. Sarge is a red Labrador. I want you guys to try and guess his age. Is Sarge 8 years old? Is he 11 years old? Or is he 15 years old? He is 4. I don't know how he's 4 years old, but he managed to be that age. What do you have to say, Sarge? Yeah, dude. Sit. Good boy. Backflip. Backflip, double backflip. Okay, he's not feeling it right now. This is Liza. Everyone welcome to Liza. Okay, she doesn't have to sit so awkwardly. Liza's also a red Labrador. Liza's like the most awkward dog ever. Here's a picture of her if you need like a better angle. Sit. Shake. Shake. No, you know what to do. Alright, this is Cora. Cora is a red Labrador. No way! Stop! Shake. That's the most aggressive shake. This is River. It looks like the same dog, but it's not, okay? Guess what breed she is? Guess what breed she is? She's a red lab. She's a... Who could have thought? This is Cora, this is River. Okay, look, they look the exact same. We call her River because she's named after like rivers. You know what? I'm just gonna sit in here because I spent a lot of money on this. I don't really know what to say about River. I'm just gonna put a video up of her doing something. I'm gonna act like I had a stroke and died right in front of them. I'm gonna see what they do. Oh! I have one last dog to review. You hear that? That's him growling. That's him growling. Growling. This isn't an ordinary dog. We call him the Hollow Hound. A towering skeletal beast cloaked in matted pitch black fur, like smoke clinging to a bone. Its eyes burn like... Okay, I'm using ChatGPT for this. Either way, you should still be scared right now. Alright? This is Bandit. Bandit's kind of like one of those dog breeds that people think have like crusty faces. It's kind of noticeable, but like he's not that bad. What do you gotta say, Bandit? Bandit's like 13. That's all the dogs though. That's all the dogs I have. I mean, I don't really ride that much. We have horses because my family rides horses. This is my dad's big old horse. Anything to say? Yeah, let's go. I'm out of here. This is Ringo. This one is like definitely a horse. Pretty chill, kind of a chill guy.
He doesn't care about anything, any of the horses. He
doesn't really care about any of the horses, kind of just by himself.
Very confident.
This horse is chill, confident.
Loves trail riding.
He loves trail riding. How much horsepower do you think this has? I bet you this has like, wait, this would be 1 horsepower. Since he's a small horse, whoa. I guess he's just leaving.
Say whoa, pull back.
Whoa, I feel I'm gonna fall. How do they determine horsepower? How much horsepower does he have? Like, is that like 0.1 horsepower? How many pounds is this horse?
He's about 900 pounds.
If I weighed that much, I'd be on like a TV show or something. I'd be on like TLC. This is Churro. This one can really eat. a lot of grass. Like he devours, absolutely devours.
He's 5 years old.
He's 5 years old. Look at that jawline. Look at that jawline on that. Been mewing? Like how do you get a jawline like that? Side profile. Here's a view from the back. This is what it looks like from the front. See how nonchalantly I just got off the horse. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. This is Maverick. He's a black horse. He's a black...
Bay.
He's a bay horse. Now this one really likes eating grass. Like this one could devour a lawn. Sometimes our horses grip doorknobs with their big fat lips and they twist it and open the door. Look at those lips. They grip doorknobs with that. This is him from the back. Anything to say? Yeah. On to the next horse. Primo. Primo kind of looks like a croissant from far away. Like if it was really far away, I would think that's like a small croissant. If I walk closer, I'd realize that that's like a horse. That's like an actual horse. He loves eating grass. He loves a good grass. He loves grass. There's a side view, full croissant color, exactly as croissant. Want some more? They love water. Oh my! Stop! Hey! Get away from me! Oh my God. I'm getting mauled. Go. Get away from me. Oh my gosh. This is my guinea pig, Bean. Everyone say hello to Bean. This is Gus. Everyone say hello to Gus. I actually found these guys in the wild, inside of a jungle. And they lived in this thing called a PetSmart. And these people were holding them captive. And the only way to set them free was to give them this thing called money. I had to do that. But now they're mine. So what do you got to say? Yeah. These guys live in like a mini house. They have like a main floor, a living room. They have an upstairs. They live better than me. This is where I live. I live in the shack. I've reviewed 19 animals and there's still 60 left. You guys might be thinking, what else could you have? So, oh, he just freaking pooped on it. Don't even question how I managed to grab this chicken. We have like fresh eggs every morning. She lays our eggs for us and we eat her eggs. That's kind of weird to think about. Here's a video of the eggs if you want to see what they look like. I don't know. So I'm not going to individually grab every chicken and bring it into my room, but I have a better idea. Welcome to the chicken coop. These are my chickens. This is 20 of the laying hens. The other 40 aren't laying hens and they serve a different purpose. I don't know how to end off this video. Okay, I don't know. Nice.
This is RealTV.
I worked in a KFC restaurant in Scotland and I had a woman complain to the manager that we didn't give me the full KFC experience. Right, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just, I didn't feel like I was dining, in Kentucky. When I worked at McDonald's, a woman came in to complain because she had 12 chicken nuggets instead of 10. Working at a chain restaurant, I once had a lady that said to me after trying her food, this doesn't taste like the picture. I worked Burger King drive-thru and this lady orders a large vanilla shake in a medium cup. I asked, do you mean a medium shake in a large cup? Seeing as how physically I cannot put more liquid in a container that it will hold, she gets infuriated, drives up to the window, screaming at me for not listening to her in a loud, slow tone like she's talking to a deaf person. I want a large vanilla shake in a medium cup. How many slices are in a large pizza? 8. Well, what about medium? 8. Okay, wise guy. How many slices in a small? 8. How can a large and a small have the same number of slices? Because we cut them all the same number of times. Bullshit, that makes sense. Let me talk to your manager. When I worked at a super fancy expensive steak restaurant, this customer wanted a steak mid-rare butterflied, which means that it will take a shorter time to cook on the grill and faster to your table. Butterflying a steak, thought I'd demonstrate how that's done for anyone who might be unaware. I'd never done it before. Turns out, surprisingly difficult to get right, even for an incredibly skilled chef like me. Here's what it should look like, really. Still tasted good, though. Anyways, once his steak got to his table, he was genuinely confused because his steak didn't look anything like, well, you know, an actual butterfly at a garden centre. Some of your plants are wet. I worked in a shoe shop and someone once demanded discount because a shoe had been in the window and was slightly warm. That's not me who posted that, by the way. My laptop won't turn on. Did you plug it in and charge the battery? No, this is a laptop. It doesn't need to be plugged in. Ma'am, the battery still needs to be charged. Listen, this is a laptop. Used to work at a fruit-based electronics store. A woman had spent over $4,000 on a loaded new iMac. She hated it and wanted to return it. When I asked why, she said the default wallpaper, a big wave crashing on the ocean, making me feel, seasick. Oh yeah, that's the one, I'm gonna be sick. Yellowstone. There is a geyser there called Old Faithful, whose big claim to fame is the fact that it rather regularly goes off at about every 90 minutes. On this particular day, the geyser was about 15 minutes late, and there were numerous people at the information desk to complain about it, as if they have some sort of button that they simply forgot to press. The grill marks on the grilled onion look like devil horns, and I take offence to that. Used to work in a pet store, had someone return a dog they'd bought the day before because male dogs shouldn't have nipples. When I worked at an office supplies store, I had a lady return her Wi-Fi printer while demanding to see a manager because the printer I sold her was telling her to fuck off and die. My manager convinced her I couldn't have set the printer to say that. Long story short, we sent a supervisor out to do the setup and her neighbour's Wi-Fi network was called fuck off and die. I had a customer demand a meal comped because her pancakes were too round. I was a server and had a lady get mad because she had asked for ice water, but after sitting at the table for 45 minutes decided the water was too watered down because all the ice had melted. My water tastes like water! Former Red Lobster server here. Oh, my fish tastes too fishy. I work in a coffee house and a customer said that our coffee was too coffee. I work at a Jewish community centre. We had a complaint that we were too Jewish. Jimmy John's worker here. One time a woman complained that we made her sandwich much too fast and refused to eat it. I am full of what? The fucking advertisements say they make the things fast. I work at Jimmy John's. All Jimmy John's have a sign that says free smells. Had a lady come through the drive-thru one day, gets her food, then proceeds to look through the bag. She eventually looks up all confused and asks, where's my free smells? My manager jokingly says, oh, you'll come inside, you can smell all you want for free. She then says, okay, asshole, and then speeds off. To this day, I have no fucking clue what she thought would be in that bag. This food is too hot. No, I like it replaced with a cooler food. Well, where's the sugar? What? I ordered sweet corn? This is just corn. Worked at Arby's. Are you really going to give me a plastic fork? One of the prongs could break off, stab me in the throat, and I'll die. Now, to ridicule this customer further, I actually bought some plastic forks with the intention of demonstrating how they snapped easily against the neck with zero injury. However, initial tests against the hand proved, to my surprise,
a bit painful, actually.
Against the head had a similar result. Don't try this at home. And then the neck, by which stage I was bleeding from quite a few different places, led me to reevaluate this one complaint. No, those things are lethal. I was bartending at an Applebee's. One day, a lady ordered a mango daiquiri. I made it, delivered it, she drank about a third of it, then asked if there was mango in it. I told her, yeah, got mango in it. I can't drink this, I'm allergic to mango! She panics. Awesome. Can I have this made with penne instead? I'm allergic to fettuccine. You're allergic to a shape. A guy came into Dairy Queen, ordered a chess burger and an ice cream and sat down. When the server brought him his order, he started yelling and berating them, saying he couldn't eat it, he's lactose intolerant. Analog pensive face emoji. Our cheeseburger. White Castle and Dairy Queen are trying to capture the Burger King. Checkmate. A woman wanted me fired from my job because she thought I photoshopped extra freckles onto the model in her picture. Why the fuck would I do that? She said I did it to deliberately piss her off when she was going through a family crisis. I'd never met her before. My friend stocked stuff at a department store and some old lady complained on his second day. She said he didn't smile while he put away the clothes. I used to work for a major UK channel. I once had an argument on the phone with a customer for an hour explaining that no, we had not lined up a bunch of pigeons and crushed them for an advert, they were CGI. Well, and also no, we hadn't constructed a giant pistoning number 4 to levitate above Trafalgar Square. I work at McDonald's. I had a customer throw his burger at my face at 1 this morning because his pickle was not in the center of the freaking bun. Customer order a chicken wrap and then come back complaining, well, smells like chicken. There's dirt in the bottom of my creme brulee. Oh yeah, that's vanilla. I don't think so. Vanilla is a clear liquid. Some customer thought it's Obama's fault. They have to pay a $35 activation fee.
Thanks, Obama.
When I worked at a movie theatre, a woman came up demanding a refund for her movie because the person next to her farted. I work at a local Walmart and we were hosting a pre-screening of The Man of Steel and I got to wear a full-size Superman cape for the week beforehand to help advertise it. I had a customer complain that unless I was wearing the entire costume, I was being unprofessional and shouldn't be allowed to wear the cape. Lady, oi, why won't you let my child swim in the deep end? Me? Well, she can't swim. I had some guy ask me if he could return a tub of I can't believe it's not butter. I said yeah and asked him why he wanted to return it and he said, well, because it says butter right on the package, but it ain't butter. He literally could not believe it wasn't butter. This may get buried, but I'll post it in the hopes that someone reads it. A woman comes through the drive-through lane and orders stuff. One of the things is a large Diet Coke. She pulls around to the window and I look over to see she's driving a van with a live horse in the back. I hand her the Diet Coke and she gives it to the horse. I'm thinking, okay, well that's weird. I turn away to make sure her order's ready. I turn back around and she is livid. I ask her, what's wrong? And she screams at me and throws a broken Coke cup at me. It had dirt and hay on it. She tells me off, ranting about how shitty our cups are. Apparently the horse broke the cup and it spilled everywhere. I'm like, really? Well, you gave it to a fucking horse! What do you think was going to happen? There's a website related to this post I'm sure you'd enjoy. This site in question being an exhibition of graphic designs made by graphic designers of some of the stupidest client comments they've received whilst graphic designing. I really like the colour. But can you change it? We want it to look like this, but don't copy it. Just make it different enough, but keep it the same. Can you turn it around in Photoshop so we can see more of the front? Yeah, I'm just not sure that a globe and passport represents travel. I like it, but can the snow look a little warmer? Can we make the pig sexier? The sandwich needs to be more playful. But would the banana drop realistically drive the chocolate submarine? I've printed it out, but the animated GIF is not moving. I mean, yeah, there comes a point where they're not even complaints anymore, just statements of profound dumbness. I worked over the summer for a tour bus company. While driving past the Washington Monument, a woman asked me, how do they get all the flags to fly in the same direction? A friend of mine was a tour guide who showed people around caves. A common question he was asked was, how many undiscovered caves are there around here? I worked at a health food store that sold chlorophyll. A customer asked me to find something and it was near the chlorophyll. She was like, oh, isn't that what they used to kidnap people? I tried to explain that she was thinking of chloroform, but I don't think she believed me. Ran a lawn mowing service. New customer asks about the process. So do you come to my house to mow it, or? Hey, nah, we pick it up and haul it to our special mowing centre, then bring it back. Cell phone store, and this is right before the dawn of the smartphone. I need my information off my old phone. Okay, yeah, where is it? It is at the bottom of a lake. I work at an independent pet store. A new, pretty gimmicky item we brought in is a line of catnip that is packaged to look like pre-rolled joints. And I've got some of these and it is so obvious that what you're supposed to do with them is once you've got your token picture for Instagram, either give it to your cat to play with or sort of break it up and shower them with it. Bam, largely unaffected by catnip, he prefers the harder stuff. Now, the people know these are catnip products, but I've had multiple people ask, but how does the cat smoke it? How can they even hold the lighter? They've got paws. I'm sorry, and I'm probably going to get some grief in the comments saying this is dangerous, but I'm too curious not to try this. Gas station. Hey, the bathroom door's locked. Can I get a key? There is no key. If it's locked, there's someone in there. How does it know? How does what? No. What? How does the bathroom know someone's in there? People go in and they lock the door while they're using it. Oh, I worked at a large outdoor sporting goods co-op and we sold bear sprays, basically pepper spray for bears. A woman came in with her 2 kids one day and bought a canister because they were going camping. She gets to the front door, then comes back to the register as an afterthought and asks if she's supposed to just spray her kids from head to toe with it. Thank God she came back! Working at a bookstore. Customer, do you sell the Bible here? Me? Yes, we do. Which version would you like? The Bible. Yes, I understand. Yeah, which version? The one Jesus wrote. And finally, Working at a museum where the main attraction is the dinosaur exhibit, we sell a lot of cheap products aimed at children, especially dino eggs. A grandfather and his granddaughter came into the shop, always busy, always cramped, and he picks up a dino egg for her, hands it over, pays quickly, no bag, no need. Lovely, simple transaction. But just as the till drawer was closed and I'm pulling out his receipt to hand him, I've seen him in the corner of my eye tear open the packaging of this egg, smash open the lovely plastic shell, and taken a big shard to his mouth. He begins to chew, turns slowly to me, and only then does he think to ask, "Is this edible?" "No," I gasped. "No, sir, that's not edible. You really shouldn't eat that." The little granddaughter's face sinks further, watching her grandpa spit out bits of plastic into her broken dinosaur egg, a fake dino egg designed to be immersed in water so that the rubbery dino toy on the inside can grow and hatch. How does something like that happen? Well, as always, you can count on me to find out. So this is what was mistaken for a light lunch. And we'll get into this. There we go. Actually, they do look quite appetizing. What do they taste like? Yeah, I can see how you might think these are edible. Oh my god, it's digging into my gums. Ah! That little critter's the meat of the egg. I mean, it's just a sponge.
There were two guys. Both guys drove to work. Neither guy wore their seatbelt. One guy got a ticket, one guy didn't. Both guys drove home from work. One guy wore his seatbelt, one guy didn't. One guy made it home. One guy didn't.
This is RealTV.
Pretend for a second that you're very, very cool. You're in a helicopter. You're also a professional photographer with a special type of lens. You're in front of a patio or an intersection or perhaps even another helicopter. You're in the right place at the right time with the right equipment and the right skills, and you've taken a photo that kinda looks like The Sims. There's a set of these images that circulates around the internet every now and then, and they never fail to entertain the masses. They really do look like old isometric video games, but there's one that's in a league of its own. It is a picture of a car crashing into the side of a CVS pharmacy. And the other ones, the illusion is tame. They're clearly photographs, but this, I was convinced for a while that this wasn't real. It actually looks like a screenshot from some sort of contorted 90s CD-ROM mystery game you'd find in your basement. Maybe it's the perfectly smooth gleam on the car, maybe it's the low resolution, or maybe it's just the idea of a car crashing into a CVS at all. At this point in time, I would have confidently said that's not something you see every day, until one day, I wanted to find this image again. So as you do, I googled CVS car and brick wall image, thinking it'd have to be the first or second result. The first and second results were pictures of cars crashing into CVS that I'd never seen before. Okay, we can stop the music. That's good, they get it. Now, this might seem kind of backwards, but I have to start with some reasons why this isn't that crazy. We're talking about car accidents in the United States, which is kind of like hay in a haystack. I don't even have to leave my state to find mishaps more outrageous than all of these. In fact, you know what? Yeah, let's do an example. Here's one. On a Sunday afternoon in August 2023, a guy crashed his car into a home in Alpharetta, Pennsylvania. A little odd that it was on purpose, and we don't know why, but still not inconceivable. Here's the problem. He crashed into the second floor. How do you do that? As it turns out, no one knows how you do that, because it doesn't make any sense. The leading theory is that the driver turned onto the grass before the driveway, hit the end of an underground drainage pipe, and then something, skip a few pages, car on roof. But hey, at least the fire department found speed to be a factor in the crash. That's helpful. I had a feeling that might be involved. Storefront crashes are a commodity in comparison to that. Replace CVS with Walgreens, and wow, it's like a ton of car crashes still. Replace Walgreens with Rite Aid, and again, same thing. Although Rite Aid's kind of winning here. You can't really have customers crashing into stores if you don't have stores or customers. Well played. Anyway, I think you get the idea. The more you look for this stuff, the more you find, and I guess at a certain point, you just have to accept that this happens a lot. So why am I making this video? Well, because I think CVS is different, and somehow I'm not the only one. CVS stores attract motor vehicles to their perimeters in ways that shouldn't be possible. It's January 20th, 2013. In Foxborough, Massachusetts and Atlanta, Georgia, the NFL semifinals conclude. In DC, Barack Obama is inaugurated for his second term. It's a deeply American day. But that's not what we care about today. We care about a CVS pharmacy on Long Island in an unincorporated community called Wading River. On January 20th, a 78-year-old man and his wife were parked at the store on the northeast corner of the building. After consulting my compass, I'm pretty sure that's this one. So let's say they're parked here. At this point, you'd put the car into drive and hit the gas. The first part didn't quite happen. There is now the minor inconvenience of a 5x5 foot hole in the wall. But hey, that's big enough to fit the world's biggest CRT television. You could, slide it on in there and have the world's weirdest drive-in movie night at CVS. But what happens instead is everyone goes home and they fix the wall. Right? I mean, I haven't finished reading here, but that just seems logical. Oh. Guys, I missed a word in the headline. It's phrased so casually in the article. A man crashed through Wading River CVS twice Sunday night. Right, yeah, of course. How do you even crash into CVS twice? What's left to crash into? A different part of the building? Would you just, pull out and make a full U-turn? Well, yes. If you're this guy, that's exactly what you'd do. I can't be too harsh on him, really. He certainly had no intention of double dipping. He just got confused while behind the wheel. When most Americans get confused behind the wheel, they just slam on the horn, something I appreciate even less. It's 2.5 years later, on July 17th, 2015. Today, it happened to the CVS on Morris Avenue in Union, New Jersey. Although the interior suffered some damage, it doesn't appear that the wall was actually broken at all from the outside. Compared to the last crash, it kind of feels like this CVS got lucky. Hey, it's me. Just wanted to take a second to sit here with you as the rain begins to gently drizzle on the windows of my car. What do you call that? The calm before the storm? April 30th, 2017. Car crashes into CVS on Morris Avenue. A silver Mercedes-Benz crashed through the wall at the CVS on Morris Avenue Sunday morning. A year ago, another car drove through the same wall at CVS just a few feet away. Only a year ago? That's crazy, isn't it? No. November 8th, 2017. Car crashes into CVS on Morris Avenue again. Remember a minute ago when I commented on the absurdity of crashing into a CVS twice? Guess what happened again? And this time, I don't even have an explanation. No confusion, no U-turn, nothing. It's only been 7 months. Is that crazy yet? No, it is not. April 21st, 2018. Another car smashes into CVS on Morris Avenue. For the third time in the past year, a car has crashed into this building. Will this store never get a break? Will these intervals iteratively get shorter and shorter until we arrive at the perpetual CVS crash? Well, no. For 6 years, no further incidents would occur. But it's been 7 years since 2018. January 23rd, 2025, again, car slams into Union Township CVS Pharmacy. Officials have noted that this marks at least the third time a vehicle is the third! We're on number 5, easily. And I have no idea if there were more. For instance, I can't find any information about a crash in 2016, but the 2017 article claims that the previous one was a year ago, not 2 years ago. What's up with that? And even before 2015, who knows what did and didn't become news? How much suffering has this CVS had to endure? Why? What is going on? In desperation for answers, I turn to the only vestige of the internet that still has them. I'm talking about Reddit, of course. What, did you think I was about to pull out an academic journal or something? You know what channel you're watching. Someone crashed into the CVS on Forest Street again. The people in the comments here are on the exact same page as us. Some people are wondering how this is physically possible, others are wondering why the building wasn't future-proofed, many are wondering why this happens so f***ing often. One person even called CVS a car magnet. That's eloquent, actually. Another asks a question that I still have: how much is this CVS's problem as opposed to everyone's problem? It's just so hard to quantify. You can certainly try to count up all the news stories about crashes into each franchise, but will you ever reach the end, or find all of them, or even just know that the news has covered a significant portion in the first place? It's impossible to know, which is why I was so surprised to find my next clue on Facebook. Our boy CJ here says, years ago I used to work for the CVS internal support line. This is exactly what we need. This is the knowledge that... Jesus Christ, multiple times a day. Okay, we have to do a little better than this. I think we're at that point. There has got to be an actual resource on this topic. Look, I mean, this is the internet. This is the internet. There people have written about every obscure thing under the sun. So what do? Do I look in some obscure Tumblr page? Do I dig through the recesses of Wayback Machine? I think I'm overcomplicating this. Let me just go to storefrontcrashes.com. Oh, it's real. See, this is why I love making videos about the internet. It has everything you can imagine and so many things you can't. When it was created, storefrontcrashes.com was basically the only good resource on this topic, and even today, there's only a few. In 2008, the creator of the website was struck by a car inside a 7-Eleven, which I'd say is a pretty good reason to look into this topic, certainly much better than mine. The site links to a more current site called storefrontsafety.org, which claims that over 100 of these incidents happen in the US every day. If we are to believe my thumbnail, that'd roughly mean that CVS accounts for 1% of all those incidents, which isn't inconceivable. Finding these preventative resources really made me realize that maybe the best question isn't why do people keep crashing into CVS, but rather how do we stop people from crashing into CVS? One answer is bollards, which is a fancy name for poles that you put in front of a building. If you're familiar with a convenience store called Wawa, you've seen bollards. All of their locations have bollards around the perimeter to prevent this exact thing from happening. CVS, not so much. Even if you can boil down the CVS conundrum into something simple, such as lots of old people go to CVS and old people are bad drivers, then where are the poles, CVS? Where is the preventative measure? I guess the moral of the story is that we can't not fix an issue just because it's weird. Treating these incidents as actual problems, and not as bizarre one-off occurrences, could save lives. And also, please, if you ever find yourself at the CVS on Morris Avenue in Union, New Jersey, please check your gear shift before leaving. Those poor employees have seen too much.